Hello, we're coming to you from the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Trevor Simpson, staff writer and staff editor at CoStar News Hotels, and I'm here with Parker Henderson, brand leader of Graduate by Hilton. Parker, how you doing?
Doing very well. Thanks for having me.
It's great to see you.
Good to see you. I think that we were talking about the last time I saw you was at Lodging Conference.
Yes.
I was about 2 months fresh into the role.
Yes.
The acquisition had just happened, so it's great to be able to catch up with you now, almost a year and a half later.
Yes, and it's been nearly 2 years since the announcement
Correct.
of Hilton. It's actually been 2 years since the announcement. You said that the actual integration was a few months later.
Correct. So the announcement was in March of 2024.
Yeah.
The acquisition was in late May 2024.
Yeah.
And from late July to early September is when we onboarded those 34 properties. We've added one since then, so we're at 35 properties now.
Yeah.
And really, it's just been amazing to see how these hotels have succeeded in the last year and a half.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about how you've seen the growth of these properties over that time. What's your perspective on them? How are things going?
The fun part is, Hilton doesn't normally acquire brands. We
Yeah.
usually build them in-house. So this was such a unique opportunity to bring a brand that was loved by so many, including myself, into the Hilton ethos.
Mm-hmm.
I really look at my job as kind of being a steward of the brand, protecting everything I loved about the brand before it came into Hilton, and making sure that we're keeping all of that authenticity, that localization, the customization, the storytelling, all of that we're keeping strong, while still using all of the power of the Hilton engine.
Yeah.
So proud of my hotel teams, the general managers, the sales leaders, the front desk leaders, being able to take in all of the Hilton systems. They're live with Hilton Honors, of course, since day one. They're using all of the different tools and resources better than some of our other brands. We have our guest messaging services. We are one of the best users of that guest messaging services, giving our guests different ways to communicate, request services, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But just really proud of how they've integrated everything from Hilton Supply Management, Hilton Worldwide Sales, all of the different ways that they can plug in, they're taking advantage of.
Yeah, so it sounds like things are going pretty well.
Can't complain.
Yeah, so obviously Graduate has bespoke hotels concentrated in college markets. What are some of your recent openings, and what are some markets that you guys are targeting for the future?
Sure. So our most recent opening was Graduate Dallas,
Yeah.
right across the street from SMU,
Nice.
in the Highland Park neighborhood of Dallas. Such a cool location. It was a conversion and kind of a rehab from an older property, but just came to life beautiful. 93 keys there. They've got a beautiful Los Charros steakhouse, or Tex-Mex steakhouse, smokehouse I should say. Delicious. I love going in there. So that's our most recent opening.
Yeah.
We've got several in the pipeline. We've got about 60 different deals in different forms of negotiation and development right now. Some of the ones I want to spotlight, we've got a good array of different ownership types coming into Graduate.
Yeah.
So Graduate Flagstaff, Northern Arizona University. This is a new build hotel. It's going to be a new to Hilton owner. We go up to Boulder, Colorado. We've got the Boulderado Hotel, historic inn right in the heart of Boulder. It's it's owned by AJ Capital, the original founders of the brand.
Oh, nice.
And it's going to be the Boulderado Hotel, a Graduate by Hilton, showing continued trust and investment from AJ Capital.
Yeah.
Go a little bit north to Laramie, Wyoming. We have a Hilton Garden Inn there, kind of reaching the end of term. It's going to convert into Graduate Laramie, right at the University of Wyoming campus.
Nice.
Huge renovation, and that's with our partners at the Pulte Family Foundation. It's actually one of their humanitarian hotels, a not-for-profit property, which is awesome. Go east to Syracuse, New York. You've got Syracuse Graduate, which will open, and that's going to be a new build, 200-key, beautiful build, owned by Syracuse University. The actual university owns it. So this is a unique new way that we're seeing these come to life. So with that, there's just a lot of opportunity. Where do I want to go? I look at any Power 4 school. I look at the ACC, the SEC, the Big Ten. You've got one in Columbus already at your alma mater. And that's where we belong. And you're familiar with some of our properties. When we're located in those markets, We're at the corner of Main and Main. We are so close to all of the action. We're right down the street from the university, sometimes on the campus.
Yeah.
But we're next door. It's surrounded by the most popular bars, restaurants, shopping, all the things that you want to see in that town. We're in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
And so that's where I want to be. That's where protecting and making sure that's where we exist in these future builds as well.
Yeah. So obviously Graduate Hotel's whole thing is being on these college campuses.
Correct.
And you talked about it a little bit, but what makes being so close to a college market so nice for a hotel?
There's so much energy
Yeah.
around a university. There's so much pride. We love capturing kind of that youthful optimism that you have in your late teens or your early 20s where you don't really know what's going to happen next and you're making these lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Our design ethos, we like to say, is quirky nostalgia. And what we mean by that is the experience of making new memories that feel as good as the old ones.
Yeah.
Walking into a space and being like, I've never been here, but this feels familiar.
Yeah.
You can't capture that in just a suburban or random location.
Right.
Having that anchor of a university, having that pride and energy, that's what makes it unique. The other fun thing is when you look at Graduate or you look at a brand in a collegiate market, I think guests think of who stays at Graduate and they kind of a knee-jerk reaction of, oh, it's students and it's alumni and it's move-in, it's graduation, it's home football games, it's homecoming. All of that's accurate.
Sure.
But we also get a lot of groups and conferences. We're great for small to medium meetings and events kind of groups. We're also getting a lot of BT, a lot of business travel in the midweek.
Yeah.
We're finding that we've got a lot of road warriors out there that want to experience something unique, that want a lifestyle forward brand and upper upscale positioning with something unique.
Yeah.
And so that's where Graduate can really deliver that.
Awesome. So we're kind of just touching on it, you know, Graduate is riding the wave of experiential travel, lifestyle travel. What makes the Graduate model so successful?
I think really when you look at our values, our motto is we are all students. Our values that fall under that, we're fearlessly hospitable, we're curious, we're unapologetically unique, and most importantly, we're storytellers.
Yeah.
All of our properties, along with that quirky nostalgia, we have layered storytelling. We're maximalists. We're not subtle in anything we do. We're very on the nose, a little tongue-in-cheek sometimes.
Yeah.
That's where the stories come to life, and that's what makes the brand so unique, and that's what makes a visit to one of the properties so unique.
Yeah.
If you go to one of our hotels, there's going to be something in there you're like, why is this here? You're going to walk into Graduate Knoxville and be like, why am I checking in at a boat? And if you're a student there, you get it immediately.
Right away.
The Vols Navy is where, before University of Tennessee games, they tailgate in the river there. And so boats are usually what their tailgate vessel is. And so to have that at the front desk of Graduate Knoxville, it clicks with people immediately.
Yeah, I would have been very confused walking in and seeing a boat, but
Correct.
there you go. So I understand you guys have some fun and new F&B offerings at the properties. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So with development, we want to be very flexible as we're working with these developers. And with Graduate, we're a flexible brand. Our smallest hotel is 67 keys. Our largest is 304. We have meeting space from 0 square feet to 23,000 square feet.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of flexibility in what an owner can bring to us that we can make work for Graduate.
Yeah.
Food and beverage, we have a breakfast concept where we require breakfast 7 days a week. We also require bar and dinner service 7 days a week. For some owners, maybe new to the lifestyle space, that might sound scary.
Sure.
How am I going to bring that to life? What's a tried and true way that I can do that? So Graduate has 3 different ways that developers can bring that to life, and it's at no cost to them whatsoever. We don't take royalties on it, we don't do anything.
Yeah.
Build a Graduate will give you all of these resources. The first is Poindexter Coffee.
Okay.
This is fun because it actually was acquired by Hilton with the Graduate acquisition.
Okay.
It's something Graduate created,
Yeah.
we were able to bring to us. So about half the Graduate locations currently have a Poindexter Coffee. This is a traditional, wonderful barista-led cafe concept with some craveable favorites. And then in the evening, we've got 2 different options that we've just created and just took care of. One is double major.
Okay.
We like to say that that's the party that you never left. This is going to be the social, high energy, bar forward dining experience, great for catching a bite before the game, sharing with friends, coming back after a tailgate, alumni gatherings, or just on a random Tuesday. The other is Debate Club. This is going to be a little bit more polished. This will be sit-down dining. Maybe it's going to be some elevated classics, elevated comfort foods. Both are going to be very approachable, whether you're at Debate Club or Double Major, not intimidating, not pretentious, very approachable. We want you to come in and be yourself. Bar forward menus as well. So with Hilton, we're going to give you the menus, we're going to give you the collateral, we're going to give you the OS&E guides, we're going to give you how the recipe cards, how to make all the food. We're going to make this as easy as possible for you. And like I said, Hilton doesn't get any royalties or anything from that.
Awesome, I love the name.
It makes it, it's kind of fun. It's very fun.
So you were talking a little bit earlier about some of your properties, some conversions, some new builds. What's the breakdown there with the properties and moving forward? How do you go about deciding between a conversion property or doing a new build?
Great question. So of the current estate, we have 35 properties. I want to say about 8 of them are new builds, and the other, let's do math, 27 are conversions, and really conversions from a lot of different things. Other branded hotels, other senior living facility like we have in Columbus.
Oh, nice.
A little bit of everything that we can bring in together. And like I said, different key count sizes, different meeting space, different amenities throughout. And as we move forward, we're kind of seeing that same division between conversion and new build. As I kind of mentioned earlier, most important thing for us is that location. Are we within a mile of the campus? Are we walkable to the campus, and are we surrounded by those popular items that make that town or that community so unique?
Well, awesome, Parker. Those were all the questions I had. It was great to talk to you. And
Absolutely.
Thanks for taking the time to speak with me.
Appreciate you being here at the Hunter Conference, and excited to get you into more graduates.
Absolutely.
Thanks for your time.
Hi, I'm STR's Isaac Colazo.
And I'm CoStar's Jan Freitag. And together we are the data geeks behind Tell Me More, a hospitality data podcast work.
Every month, we bring you a fresh take on the latest hotel data, insights into the travel trends behind that performance, and the big picture topics you should be thinking about.
And we also don't mind getting into some good-natured disagreement from time to time. Hey, when Isaac and I start talking data together, anything can happen, and it usually does.
Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you like to listen.
This episode of the CoStar News Hotels podcast was recorded on March 17th, 2026 by Meredith Sheridan at the 2026 Hunter Conference. It was edited for the podcast by me, Trevor Simpson. Find all hotel industry news at costar.com/hotel news. Thanks for listening.